Good morning, children. Now we are moving to your second chapter in biology, that is the nutrition in animals. In the last chapter, we saw the nutrition in plants. We saw their mode of nutrition as autotrophic or heterotrophic or saprotrophs. And we even saw the insectivorous plants also. Now in this chapter, we are going to see how the animals are preparing their food. We know that the animals cannot prepare their own food and they are heterotrophs. They depend on other living organisms. Right? Either as omnivore or carnivore, they depend on the other organisms for their food. We even human beings depend on plants and animals for our food. So in this chapter we are going to see how the animals obtain nutrition, their mode of intake, and how does the body utilizes it. If you see certain birds, they suck the sweet nectar from the flower. Even the honeybees suck the nectar from the flowers and they store it. In return, we get the honey. A tiger feeds on rabbit, fox, deer, right? So, each animals are dependent on the other for their nutritional requirement. In this chapter, we are going to see how the human beings obtain the nutrition. The human being's nutrition requirement is satisfied by the plants and the animals. That is what the vegetarian food and non-vegetarian food. We obtain the nutrients like that. Okay? So that is over. Next, how do we take in? We take in food through our mouth and the nutrients are absorbed by the body through a process called digestion. So the mode of intake for human beings is mouth. How does the body utilizes it? For this question, we are going to see in very detail about the process of digestion, explaining how each part of the body involved in this process is helping them to absorb the nutrients properly. You have learnt in your lower grades that the food which we eat is not giving us the essential components fully, because as we wash the food materials and when we peel off the skin, some of the nutrients are lost. So how does the body absorb the nutrients through the process of digestion? Let us get into see that in detail. So first tell me, what is digestion? Digestion is a process of breaking down the substances. If I take it as a raw carrot, it is a complex substance. It is a heavy substance. I cannot absorb the nutrients directly from a raw carrot. I have to chew it and then swallow it. From that, the nutrients should be absorbed by the cells of the body. So can I tell the digestion as breaking down of complex substances into simpler substances? When I eat the raw carrot, I am chewing it. I break down it into a smaller pieces so that it gets digested fully in my stomach. Right? So that process of breaking down of the substances in order to absorb the nutrients, and the process is called digestion. So this is how the digestion happens in the human beings. Now let us see what are the parts of the human body involved in the digestion process. Though you have learnt already in your lower grades, Now we are going to see in detail about each organ involved in the digestion. So the first, we take food inside with the help of mouth. We do not call it as mouth because inside the mouth you have the tongue, teeth and the saliva helping you to chew the food and swallow it. So I call that as buccal cavity. Okay, the buccal cavity will comprise of your mouth, tongue, teeth and saliva. Okay, the salivary glands is nothing but which produces saliva, and then the food swallowed just enters into the food pipe. The name I give for the food pipe is, the biological term for your food pipe is esophagus. Okay, it is OESOPHAGUS, the spelling, but you need to read it as esophagus. O is silent, right? Then after entering the esophagus, the food enters your stomach. Stomach is nothing but a hollow muscular bag like structure where you have the digestive juices. You would have learnt in your lower grades or in your other chemistry or chemistry that the digestive juices are produced in the stomach to break down it into smaller substances. Okay, the digestive juice is nothing but your hydrochloric acid. And then the food reaches your intestine. The intestine is of two types, small intestine and large intestine. The small intestine and the large intestine does the work of absorbing the nutrients from the food we ate. Okay, absorbing the water and absorbing the minerals, vitamins, carbohydrates, fat and all the essential components of the food which we ate are absorbed by the small intestine. And from the small intestine, the blood carries the nutrients to all the remaining parts of the body, and the leftover waste food material is excreted out. Excreted, the word excrete means to let it out. Okay, you are going to remove it out, you are going to deliver it out. That is done with the help of the organ anus. So this is the tongue. As you learnt in your lower grades already, that the tongue has taste buds in it. The taste buds will help us to identify the food which we ate, which enters the mouth, is sweet or salty or sour or bitter. Okay, how do we find out the taste? That is because of the presence of taste buds present in the tongue. Even you can try it in your home. If you just take a sugar and keep it in the tip of your tongue, you would identify its taste. Whereas if you keep it at the exactly at the middle of the tongue, you cannot identify the sweet. It takes some time. Okay, the salty and the sour taste, everything is identified with the help of the taste buds. These are all present in different places of our tongue. That is why you have the different colors here. The sweet is in pink color, present only in the tip of your tongue, and in the sides you have the salty taste buds, and after that you comes the sour taste buds, and in the last you have the bitter taste buds. Now the first organ in your digestion process is your buccal cavity. In the buccal cavity you have the tongue, teeth and the saliva. So the teeth helps us to break down the food materials into smaller pieces. As the human grows from a baby to a man, the teeth is also changed. Once when we are baby, we have the primary teeth, or also called as the milk teeth. After entering the age of 10 or 11, it starts to fall down and we get the permanent secondary teeth. The teeth are present in the upper jaw as well as in the lower jaw, giving a count of 32. Totally 32 tooths are present. The teeth is present, both counting the upper and the lower jaw. The teeth helps us to tear the food or bite the food and even to chew. The 32 teeth present in the upper and the lower jaw will have the equal number in both the jaws. Lower jaw will count 16 and the upper jaw will have 16 teeth. Okay, these 16 teeth are of 4 types: incisors, canine, premolar and molars. If you see here, the teeth, that is your primary to secondary teeth, the permanent teeth, once it is grown fully, you will have 16 teeth in the lower jaw and in the upper jaw, totally 32 teeth. In this image, the teeth are in different colors. Did you notice that? Because the different colors will represent the different types of teeth. The first 4 teeth are in the green color, and then in the both the sides orange color, and then the next 2 teeth for your yellow color, and the last 3 are in green color. Okay, the each color of the tooth represents different type of the teeth. The first 4 teeth are called incisors for biting. Okay, we bite the some food items and eat, right? For biting purposes, incisors are used and they are present in the front of the mouth. And the next teeth on both the sides, that is the orange color. See the image clearly. The orange color teeth is your canine. In this image, okay, you can see after the first 4, the next one is your canine. Canine is used for tearing. Okay, for tearing, when we eat non-veggies and all, we used to tear the muscles. So, that fleshy part of the food. The canine is used for tearing the food items. And then the yellow color teeth are nothing but your premolar. Actually, the molars and premolars are used for grinding. Okay, the premolars are the next 2 teeth, that is in yellow color, and the molars are the last 3 teeth that is present in the blue color. Premolar and molars are used for grinding. So did you understand what are the 4 types of tooth we have? Incisor, canine, premolar and molar. Incisors will do the work of biting, canine will do the work of tearing the food, premolar and molars are used for grinding the food which we eat. After grinding, the food enters your esophagus. Okay children, so with this buccal cavity introduction I would stop. Let us continue the remaining in the next class. Thank you.